Hello, everybody. Welcome to another brand new episode on Boundary Line Podcast. Dillon Pink here. I've got Sheldon Dougherty on the show with me, and the qualifiers are off. It comes down to this, and we've had the first qualifier today in Ahmedabad between Sunrisers, Hyderabad, and the Kolkata Knight Riders. And it was all Kolkata today. It was painted in purple, and Kolkata some smashing there to the Sunrisers, Hyderabad. We'll discuss that and much more on our podcast. But before going ahead, you know the drill. You know what to do. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. Let's get to it then. Sheldon, the hurry, the first qualifier. How happy are you with that? There were some big performances there, and we expected a lot more from Sunrisers, Sheldon, but today they failed. 159 all out. I didn't see that coming. But it just goes to say that, when your top order fails, Sheldon, this team looks like they absolutely don't know how to get the job done without Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah, Dill. I mean, all the build-up, all the hype was around the SRH batting, right, Dill, and how they were so favored and how destructive they are, Dill. They won the toss, they batted first. They didn't really bat though, did they, Dill? They were just blown away at the start. I mean, and all the critics, right? Everyone saying, "Oh, Stark overpaid. He's not having a great season. Why did KKR spend so much on that Australian bowler?" Well, he showed today, right, Dill? Big match player Mitchell Stark. I mean, how do you doubt this guy, right, Dill? He's a legend of the game, legend in white ball, big matches. He steps up. Today actually reminded me a bit of 2015 final. I remember
Yeah.
back then it was McCullum who was in such good form. This time it was Travis Head, the big opener who's in form, who's going to destroy the team. Stark comes and he says, "No, no, no. I'm going to get you out early. I'm going to get you bold and set the tone." And I think after that head dismissal, SR just never got back into the game. It was just all KKR from that moment.
Absolutely right, Sheldon. I felt the same also. Sunrisers were just lost. They were just lost without that batting that they had, especially from Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma. You've seen Klaasen
Yeah.
showed a bit there today. Rahul Tripathi also showed a bit over there today. And Pat Cummins towards the end, they played a good hand. But it just showed, Sheldon, that Kolkata, even though they didn't play for the past 10, 11 days, if I'm not mistaken, their last
Yeah.
game was 10, 11 days ago. But they just came out there, Sheldon, hungry to win this match, and they were off the blocks and won with 38 balls to spare, which is big
Yeah.
for a qualifier, right? And Sunrisers had no answers there, but you're spot on there, Sheldon, when you say that Mitchell Stark, these big game players, they know when to perform well. On the big stage, in front of a packed crowd, you just give them the ball in hand, and Mitchell Stark just did magic, Sheldon. You're absolutely right there. But what did you feel was the crucial moment there for Sunrisers? Because after Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head, them getting out there, I thought, it was going well, the innings there. Klaasen batting
Yeah.
there also well. But then what did you feel went wrong after that again, Sheldon, for them? Because if they wanted, they could have gotten much more. And now in hindsight, it feels a lot less. But if you get 180, 190 on that pitch, Sheldon, it seems different, right?
Yeah, Dylan. I think what you mentioned was right. The fact that they actually got back into the game, Hyderabad. Tripathi and Klaasen were batting quite well, and they were actually going at 9 runs per over Dylan at one point. They
Yeah.
were about 100, in about 12 overs, and they were looking good actually. I think if I had to pinpoint it, it was losing three wickets in 2 overs. In fact, first Klaasen, and then obviously Tripathi unlucky with the run out. Dylan. I
Yeah.
mean, you saw Tripathi also when he got out. He was just so sad. He was sitting there, and the camera was going on him, and you just felt like that run out ended any hopes for SRH because
Yeah.
Tripathi was a standout batter by quite some distance today, though.
Yeah, he played really well, Sharon. Some of the shots, he played absolutely brilliant there. And it just showed that Sunrisers batting that they have, If Klaasen also doesn't score much, they've got enough firepower there waiting on the bench to come out and do there. But I expected a lot more from Nitish Reddy and all the other guys, but it didn't come off today. But Kolkata, they are looking really good and raring to go, Sheldon. And I don't think so. Is there any team that's going to stop them? Because both the Ayers today were just came
Yeah.
out and blasted it right from the start there, right?
Yeah, Dill. I mean, the way KKR batted Dill is as if like they wanted no pressure. It didn't feel like this was a match for the final. It felt it was like one of those group stage games. And KKR didn't change the way they played. They played it as if it was a normal game. They attacked from the start. I mean, they didn't miss Phil Salt today. Dill Gurbaz came in and he did the exact same role. It's almost
Yeah,
like KKR are playing in a certain way where no matter who comes in, will just continue playing that way.
yeah.
And Gurbaz came in and he just from ball one, you felt like he was playing the whole season the way he started attacking. Narayan always plays that way as well, Dil. And then even Venkatesh Iyer comes out and he attacks. Shreyas Iyer comes out, he attacks. They still have Rinku Singh. They still have Andre Russell. Dil. That's a power-packed batting order. And yeah, KKR look quite unstoppable at the moment, Dil.
Yes, Sheldon, and there's a reason why they were first on the points table, the way they played. And you said Venkatesh Iyer, Sheldon. And what I wanted to ask you, was one important question. I think it was a year or two ago where Venkatesh Iyer was kind of lost in the way. Nitish Rana was there in the team. He was a captain. He was taking over, and Iyer just not getting the runs there. And at one point, you almost questioned that is this guy gonna be again in this team or what? Is he going to go to another team? But KKR seemed to have backed him and it's showing well, Sheldon. Today, the some of the shots that he played, especially the pull shot and the hook shots down the ground, superb, right?
Yeah, Dylan, and it's ironic that you mentioned that Rana was captain at that time and he was making the calls. He didn't start the game today. And Venkatesh Iyer came in, at number three, and he just played brilliantly. I mean, I always go back to, I think it was the year in UAE when Venkatesh Iyer burst onto the scene and
Yeah,
KKR went on a terrific run to get to the final. And he just looks like he has so much time on his hands when he's playing, Dill. He's a
yeah.
tall batter. He attacks spin, he attacks seam. And when he's on song, he looks so dangerous and is such a joy to watch. And yeah, today, Dill, the way he was batting, he could have made 100 if he had more overs to bat. He was in such good touch.
Yeah, Shreyas Iyer also, of course, he was dropped twice there, and that didn't help Sunrisers' chances there. But what does that do to Sunrisers now, Sheldon? They've got another shot at this now. And the winner of the Rajasthan Royals versus RCB game is going to play them. Your thoughts on Sunrisers' next game? Do they need to really improve now for sure there? But what are those key areas that you are looking for, Sheldon, where you feel that, they really need to improve on this? And I think they just looked a bit lackluster. Also today, at one point they almost gave up. Shoulders were dropping, Sheldon. And I think, according to me at least, that they need to have the confidence to go out there and just put this game behind them basically and just say, okay, fine, it's a fresh start. We got one shot at this. We win this game, and it's a big game, which is the final.
Yeah, Dylan, we look at SRH and we've praised them a lot this season, right? We've praised their power, the way they play their cricket. It's very attacking. They've scored some of the biggest scores in IPL history. But do they have a plan B? That is the issue with SRH. They tried to go hard today. They probably lost too many wickets too early.
Yeah,
As we saw, it got easier to bat and they didn't have enough wickets. They're going to be switching locations as well now. They're going to Chennai. Chennai
yeah.
is not always good for batting as well. That's another slowish pitch. Will SRH be able to adapt? That will be interesting to see. But for them, I think SRH, they play this way. They finished in the top two due to the way they're playing. So I think Cummins will probably say, let's keep playing attacking. We'll beat teams most of the time. Just unlucky that KKR outplayed us today. That can happen to anyone, Dill. So I
Yeah.
guess they'll go back to the drawing board and say, we're going to play our attacking way. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But they should stick to their guns, I feel, because that got them some good results this season.
Yeah, and you know the saying as it goes, Sheldon, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Knowing Pat Cummins so far, the way he captains the team, he doesn't back down. And even today in the press conference, post-match presentation, he didn't shy away. He said, yes, this happens, but we just got to move on from here and act like this didn't matter at all to them. But the next game, Sheldon, your thoughts on that? It's a big one there. The Rajasthan Royals, who may be feeling little unlucky there that they missed out. That last game was washed out for them, but they're facing a raring and roaring to go RCB there, who are just unstoppable at the moment. Can they put a dent to this RCB side, is what we'll have to see. They are looking a bit down and out, Sheldon, and how the fortunes have turned completely for both the teams, right? Rajasthan, the start at one point, who had like 5, 6 wins in a row almost, right? And then you're looking at RCB, who had nothing. And now, suddenly, towards the end of the tournament, it's the other way around. And these two teams, Sheldon, facing off in Ahmedabad on the same ground today. Your thoughts on that?
Dill, it's crazy because at the halfway stage, Dill, one team was on top by such a distance and one team was last by such a distance. And who would have ever thought these two sides would meet in an eliminator as well, Dill? Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
shocking to see. And the fact is that Rajasthan haven't won a game this month. That's just insane when you think about it, Dill. And Bangalore haven't lost a game this month. And I know everyone will say on paper Bangalore's playing unbelievable and RR's playing rubbish, but that's the beauty of knockout cricket, Dill. Anyone can win on the day.
You're right.
And
Yeah.
I think Rajasthan fans should take some hope because yes, they've lost a lot of games, but they just need to string three good games and you can win the IPL. They gotta like not look at the previous games. It's a fresh day. It's the knockouts now. The previous games don't matter. There's no net run rate.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So I think Rajasthan have to look at it and say, okay, we've played some rubbish cricket over the past few weeks. Let's start fresh and let's play like how we played at the start of the season because they're pretty good side, as we saw. They have some excellent players. Sanju, Jaiswal, Parag. The bowling attack's world class as well. But the way Bangalore's playing, it's going to take some stopping. I mean, How do Bangalore come back though, Dil, after that emotional win? I think the CSK win was very emotional, and sometimes
Yeah,
after those kind of wins, Dil, it's hard to pull yourself back
yeah.
down, back to reality. So it's going to be very interesting, Dil. But I think Bangalore start as favorites due to form. But yeah, I think it'll be a close game, Dil, not as one-sided as people think.
Yeah, we are hoping it's a close game, Sheldon. And you're right on that point. How does RCB come back from that win? Because I think fans are still pinching themselves and, still
Yeah,
basking in the success of that match there. Because, I mean, it was an
yeah,
unbelievable match, went down to the wire there. And you could see the emotion in RCB because nobody gave them a chance, right? We all know the story. Nobody. And you said it right. At one point, the Rajasthan was so on top of the game in the points table that if you look at RCB, who were right at the bottom, you would never thought that they were going to play each other here in the qualifier too. And I think for RCB, Sheldon, that's the key. They have to just get back to normalcy now. It's a new day, another game. It doesn't matter whatever they've done so far. It just doesn't matter now. It all comes down to this game. It's a fresh game, and I think that's the way they have to approach it. But we'll bring you all the updates, guys, and our podcast again tomorrow, which is going to be an interesting game there, which is Rajasthan Royals taking on the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And that's going to be another cracker. We've got just a few days left to finish this IPL, which is shaping up to be such a wonderful, wonderful season so far. We'll have to wait and watch who is going to win that. And the winner of tomorrow's match are going to play the Sunrisers Hyderabad in Chennai. So stay tuned for more, guys. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Handles down there in the description. We'll see you soon.